it's happening. Here when we
Oh my God! Hey, folks. Sorry, late after a lot of technical problems.
Or as we always like to call it, technicalities.
Yes. We're live. So,
Welcome to our channel.
Yep. So, or welcome back for those
Welcome
of you
back for who are still here and
Yeah.
who want to. Or
So thank you.
will
for
give
the
a
ones who are
shit.
still here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
So I'm Tyler.
I'm Jamie.
We usually, we do quick reviews of movies on Instagram, and every year we do our top 10 films of that year. And this year we usually do it on our Facebook page, but we decided to go try something different and do it on our YouTube channel, which we haven't been on it in a while. So we're going to try and resurrect that.
Yep. So we dust everything off and we figured, hey, let's give this a shot and see where this goes, and hopefully it'll pay off in the long run.
Yeah. So how this works is we both give our top 10 lists. Neither of us know what our picks are, and then we just discuss them, and then we also talk about the films that we did not make it to our lists. So I think I went last year. I went first last year, so I think it's your turn.
I believe so. So yeah, if that's the case, then I'm gonna go first.
All right, let's get cracking.
And so this year we saw between us 20 movies altogether.
That's right.
So let me just this. That's pretty much.
We're here in our studio.
That's right. That's right. And then so hopefully everybody will be enjoying this. So here we go. Top 10 movies, and this was tough because we had a lot of good movies this year.
Yes.
Especially those that were, I guess, controversial and were talked about, but more on that later. So here we go. Number 10 for me, The Running Man.
Okay.
Some remakes are hit or miss. This one I thought was a lot more faithful to the books. It's definitely a far cry from the Arnold movie, but I still liked it nonetheless. I liked the action. I liked the story. Glenn Powell proved that he's definitely a good leading man, and I think he could be an action star too.
Yeah,
but he's also very versatile too. I liked him in Twisters. Heck, I even liked him in Expendables 3. So but he did a good job. And the story wasn't so bad, and yeah, I was very happy with that movie. Number 9, One Battle After Another. Leonardo DiCaprio. What more can you really say? I thought that movie was pretty solid, and it deserves all the accolades that it's been getting.
Yeah,
and it's nominated for Best Picture, right? Isn't it?
It's one of the nominees. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll definitely be rooting for that, and hopefully it'll be hopefully it'll bring home some statues this year. So
yeah, we saw 3 Best Picture nominees this year.
Yeah, so we're gonna be rooting for each one of them, and congratulations to all the nominees and stuff. So we'll be watching the Oscars. Well, curious to see who takes it.
Yep.
Number 8, Thunderbolts. I like this more than I thought I was gonna like it. I thought it was a nice refresher from Avengers Endgame and stuff, and it was something that I felt it was neat after that because Endgame was massive. It was a very I thought it was a very cool film, and I thought it delivered, and I liked the cast overall. So it was kind of I want to say I don't want to say a sleeper hit, but I was pleasantly surprised by it.
Yeah, I mean, it surprised people because Avengers Endgame was such a culmination of everything that came, and then after that because you had basically 10 years worth of movies and story and plot, and then they just gave a nice literal end game to that.
Yes.
And then after that they just basically tried to live up to that with giving us stuff with the stories of in the other films and the TV shows, and they just weren't as good, and they tried to build things up and they just couldn't. And now they're starting to get back to it, which is good.
Absolutely.
You know?
So that's number 8 for me.
Mhm.
Number 7 for me. You may disagree with this one because we spoke at length about this one. Mission Impossible.
No, yeah.
The final reckoning.
Yeah.
I thought this was a nice, I guess, pseudo conclusion to, I guess, Tom Hanks's run.
Tom Hanks?
Not Tom.
Tom
Tom
Cruise?
Cruise. Well, Hanks is going to be in the next one.
Yeah. Oh God. I have to get that code.
It's like, just why are you gonna blow up things? That's not right. You don't
You just
do
have
that.
to get that map.
You know, why do that? Don't do that. You know, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
It's not the first flub, so
Yeah.
it won't be the last.
Yeah.
But I thought, it's the best that it is. Like Tom Cruise's, well, it's supposed to be his so-called send-off.
Yeah, it didn't really feel that way at all.
It didn't really feel that way at all, but it's like probably best because like the dude does stunts that you know, that people are getting concerned about, that he's gonna like want to come close to death on. So, but I mean, hey, the guy's a performer.
Yep.
And I mean, you know, the plane scene in Rogue Nation, that's I mean, Rogue Nation was well, probably my favorite.
Yeah.
You know, with Fallout being second place. But I thought Final Reckoning was pretty good. I liked the story overall.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like I thought it had a nice chaotic type of element to it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Number 6, The Naked Gun.
Oh.
I really thought this was a nice homage to the OG movies, and of course, you know, the Police Squad TV show, and you know, I liked the humor in this, and and Liam Neeson proved that like he can not just only do action or not just drama, but he's also a good guy for comedy as well.
Yeah, they got the right guy to do this. So.
And he nailed it. I thought he did a great job with this as Frank Drebin's son.
It would be so different if it was like Steve Carell.
Oh God, yeah, because he probably. I mean, I think he would do good. I think Carell would do a good job, but he would. But I think at the same time, being that like he's mostly a comedic actor, he'd probably overdo it.
Yeah,
you know, and it wouldn't be as I don't know. It'd be funny. I think it would be funny.
Yeah, I just think people would be like, expecting him to overdo it.
Exactly. So you want someone who like you wouldn't expect to do comedy, but can do comedy.
Yeah.
And Liam Neeson, I thought, did a great job with that.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're time for our top 5. Number 5, Spinal Tap 2. Right. The End Continues.
Yeah.
The good part about it is, and I confess, I've yet to see the first one. And I will intend on seeing the first one, and I want to see the first one. But this I thought was a good follow-up.
It was good.
Because, you know, of course, the original 3 actors who were in this one came back, and like it's like some have said that like, you know, the guys like never missed a beat and stuff, and the music was good overall, and of course Rob Reiner. God rest his soul. Yeah, had gone way, way, way too soon.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a nice. I mean, it's a shame that was his final film, and you know, but at least it was a good film. Like, to me, a memorable one. So I liked it a lot. And number 4, Sinners. Now, you know, like. I don't have a problem with like obviously I don't have a problem with vampire movies, but you know, this one had like it felt like modern day From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, that was one of the inspirations of it.
And you could and you can really tell that like the influence was there in the film and stuff, and Michael B. Jordan having dual roles in it was fantastic and stuff, because I mean obviously like, playing 2 parts isn't easy. You know, I thought he did a great job, and in fact, I think that movie has some nominations too.
Yeah, Best Picture also.
So you know, good luck with that. And you know, the fact that it even got that accolade is good in itself. So, best of luck to them, and I think it fully deserved. So, we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
And now our three. Number three, F1 with Brad Pitt. It was like this wasn't really well initially. I can only speak for myself. Like it wasn't really on our docket, but you know, I thought this was very pleasantly done.
Yep.
Really well done.
Yep.
And I mean, I've always been a fan. Oh, not like a huge diehard fan of like motorsports, but I can watch NASCAR. I can watch Indy racing. I can watch F1 racing.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
And hell, I love monster trucks too.
Right.
So, but this movie like made me appreciate that sport even more.
Mhm.
And I think the intricacies, the ins and outs of like F1 racing and stuff, I thought like was well told. I mean, obviously, I'm not a driver, so I can't really tell for sure, but I definitely appreciated that movie made me appreciate like Formula One like even more, and maybe even a bigger fan, you could say. So in fact, that night that we saw the movie, like there was a race in Australia, and I stayed up to watch it,
Nice.
and it was pretty cool. So job well done in that movie. And Pitt was I mean that dude found the fountain of youth somewhere. So yeah. So number two, and this may surprise people because of people knowing how much of a fan I am. Superman. Finally, we got a good Superman movie.
Yeah, man.
Yes, finally.
Yeah.
Long overdue. David Corenswet like nailed it.
Yeah.
And the guy who played, I forgot his name, who played Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Did like everyone just did a great job. Like that movie was just such a well told story, and it brought back roots of what Superman is.
Yep.
You can fight me on this, and all you so-called keyboard warriors that want to debate me, come to Jersey. Let's have a talk. Pricks. I got lambasted years ago for hating Man of Steel, which I'm standing by as one of the worst superhero movies ever. All right. If you want to come and shut me up, come on down. Come on down. I got something for you. Superman, number two, top 10 list, and that brings me to number one. And this, after thinking about it, it was a no-brainer. Fantastic Four.
Okay.
The First Steps.
Yeah.
I don't want to overuse the word fantastic, but the movie was pretty damn good. I liked, and one major thing about it, Galactus.
Yeah, they nailed it. They nailed Galactus. Yeah, in a lot of ways.
Galactus is like one of my favorite Marvel villains.
He's not a cloud of smoke.
He's not a cloud of smoke. I don't know where. Maybe the people who came up with that idea were smoking, and that's what it looked like in their head. But Galactus, he looked menacing. He looked scary. He was just really, really awesome. And the movie was just so well done, and the chemistry between all the characters and the actors and stuff, they were great. They were great overall. So that in itself makes that my number one movie of 2025, Fantastic Four: The First Steps.
All right, there you go.
There you have it. There's my number one. And with that said, I leave the floor to my tag team partner, Tyler. Take it away.
So our lists are we have certain movies that are in there, but for the most part it's a little radically different from your picks. So I'm like, oh shit.
Well, it's fine. That's what makes these lists intriguing.
Yeah, like before I was telling him, because before I got here, I had already chosen my list, but when I was looking it over today, I'm like, I need to edit this because I couldn't really stand behind my number one. So,
and I'm curious as to why.
Yeah. So It's not that it was. It's not that I think it's a bad movie, but I'll get to it. All right, here we go. So
Yes.
at number 10, Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. I liked it. It was a great. It was a good follow up. I don't think it's going to be as much of a classic as the original Spinal Tap. Like Spinal Tap is really just like one of the quintessential mockumentaries.
Stonehenge.
Yeah, and it's really good. And sadly, it's a shame that this one was. Would be Rob Reiner's final film.
Right, because you never know.
I mean, really, it sucks. But it was a good follow up, and I'm glad that they were able to do it and get the band back together, no pun intended, and actually, do it like a pretty good sequel, which was enjoyable. Number 9, that would be the Fantastic Four, the First Steps. I liked it.
Interesting.
We got a good representation of the Fantastic Four finally. I mean, look, you had tons of iterations. You had the Roger Corman one, which was just like never released. It was just all bootleg, but it's just out there. It's even on the internet.
Oh yeah.
And in a way that's sort of true to what the comics were. It just wasn't. It's not. Then of course you had like the ones in the early 2000s, which with Jessica Alba, and it just. They were okay, but it just didn't feel like the Fantastic Four.
They're basically background noise.
Yeah.
For the most part, like
yeah.
They really didn't add any real like memorable value.
Yeah.
To the MCU per se.
Then you had the other one. So then, less said about that one, the better.
Yeah.
So this one was a good representation. They finally, after all this time, now the Fantastic Four are for the most part in the MCU. We got a great representation of Galactus. Then we had a different version of the Silver Surfer, but still felt like the Silver Surfer and threatening. It wasn't Norrin Rad, it was Shalabal. And so now we'll have, I guess, more of her, and maybe we'll get Norrin Rad down the line. Who knows? But they're going to be in the next Avengers movie this year, so that's going to be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. I like the team dynamic. I like this team. I like the casting.
Same here.
Yeah. Number 8 is Mickey 17. A movie that I don't think I'd ever watch again, but I did like the story. It was just it was a good drama, science fiction drama, and and it had good moments in it. It was a little thought-provoking with looking at cloning and life and identity, and just Mickey just trying to basically having his own individuality and finally hurting himself. And I think that there was some good messages in there, and of course anti-war and all that stuff, especially now. But
more than ever.
Yeah, but it was good. Very very enjoyable film. Number 7 is Superman. We finally get like a good representation of Superman. It was just great, and it just really showcased. I mean, look, a lot of people complain that Superman was just kind of whiny and wasn't as strong in this one. It's like, look, he was fighting people on his level. Not only that, he was fighting Lex Luthor the way he's supposed to be portrayed, as a freaking super genius, using his brain to fight Superman's brawn. My only complaint is that Superman is supposed to be just as smart, if not smarter than Lex in a lot of ways. So you didn't really get that here. You didn't really get the fact that he built those robots or any of that. So he didn't really use his super intellect as much as he should, or just his intellect. But it was more about his emotion, and he's more than just the powers. He's one of us, and what makes him more more human than anything else. And Lex's prejudices and all that. And it worked. It was great. And I really liked it. It felt like Superman,
Yeah.
Number 6.
Did you get all you Snyder schmucks?
Number 6 is Ballerina. That was it's a spin-off of John Wick. I liked it. I liked Ana de Armas' performances, and she was great in it. Fight scenes were great. It's I like the John Wick universe, and just this was another good entry in it. It was very entertaining. They're expanding things more. This was set between the 3rd and the 4th one, so it was good to see John Wick himself go up. And they didn't do the thing that they would usually do, which was make a character stronger at another character's expense. Meaning in which when John Wick showed up, Ana de Armas' character wasn't able to best him in any capacity. They realistically showcased that yes, she's skilled, she's been doing this for a little bit, but John Wick, 1, is John Wick, and 2, has been doing this way longer and has way more experience.
Baba Yaga.
And they showcased that. He killed her at any time and didn't. and he's just telling her, you got to walk away.
That's right, Jonathan.
Yeah.
You could have killed her, and then she could have been excommunicated.
Like that would have been over in a second, and you see it. He already boom. He sneaks up right behind her. He's right there.
Excommunicated.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it just would have been over. But and it was great. So I really like the character. I hope I hope we get more. Honestly, and the action's great as usual. Fights with the flamethrowers, it's great. Number 5, the Phoenician Scheme. I like Wes Anderson. I liked how this one was. It was kind of like his almost spy thriller in a way. I like the little familial stuff going on, the dynamic there, the dry humor. It was almost to me it was a little bit more akin to the Budapest Hotel. It had that kind of tone to it, and I like that one. That's one of my favorites of his. So if you like that one, I recommend it. Number 4, Black Bag. That's another espionage film. The casting was good. This was a good. It was an interesting spy thriller. It was a very not watered down, grounded spy thriller, and I just liked how that was done and how they were trying to frame Michael Fassbender's wife, played by Kate Blanchett, and that was just it was good. It was well done, well directed. Steven Soderbergh did a great job. It's a beautiful looking film as well. I like his directorial style. It's just very good. And the performances were great. So it was a very tight story, a small story, but still well done. Not all the spy movies need to be these huge things. And I like how, because certain forms of them are just like a battle of information, and that's what you had here. It was a form of controlling a narrative, and I think they did a good job there. Number 3, One Battle After Another. This was Paul Thomas Anderson did a great job. This was a good story. Leonardo DiCaprio, great. He did a great job. The entire cast was great. The father just coming for his adopted daughter, and I really just love what they did with this. Story wise, I really did like it. It was kind of a not a pseudo sequel, but kind of in the same. It's from Thomas Pynchon's novel, so it's kind of similarly derived from it. It's not really adapting the story, but it's from that novel and taking inspiration from it. So it's sort of set in the same world as Inherent Vice. So I liked that movie, and this one kind of had a similar tone. The comedy's great when it hits, and just looking at just Leo just being an old ex-revolutionary and just trying to just get his daughter back. That's all the movie is, and it just really cycles through his life and how it's done. Benicio del Toro, who was also in the Phoenician Scheme, he was great in this. He had a kind of wasn't a huge role, but it was still there. But for what it was, I definitely would check this one out too. And number 2, here are my top 2. Number 2 is F1. I liked F1 a lot. I didn't think I would, I didn't really think much of it. Like, I was like, I heard about Brad Pitt doing a racing movie. Like, he's doing an F1 movie, really? Okay. Then I see the trailer. I'm like, you know what? We might have to check this out. And then watching the movie,
and sure enough, we did.
Yeah,
and
it was good.
It was, you could use the whole cliche of like high octane action and all this shit, but it was a little more than that.
Yeah,
which was good because it make it bland.
No, it was an underdog story and a redemptive story, and also a slight coming of age story. Just like the rookie just getting out of his own way and just getting a newfound respect for the sport, not just for fame and money.
Right.
And
because he loved it.
Yeah, and just seeing what you're looking at Brad Pitt's character, Sonny Hayes, and seeing, okay, well, there's more to the sport. There's money and fame, and he loves the race car driving, but now there's a bit more to it. And seeing Sonny Hayes' struggles and all that, and yeah, I love those types of stories, and it's great. Now they might make a sequel, so I don't know how that's going to go, but still
F1 2.
Yeah, we got a good one out of it. So that was originally my number 1 movie.
I had a feeling it was, to be honest. I had a feeling it was. Someone told me that it was up there. So
yeah.
All right. So
and I had changed it because this next one, I figured, you know what? This next one is the better movie. Had a lot more to say. There's more depth to it, and I really, I felt that this was probably just probably one of the best movies we've had and a while. So number 1 is Sinners. And
yeah.
So Sinners, just talking about.
So it wasn't Love Hurts?
No, no, you would think so, but yeah. But yeah, so Sinners was just it was just a fantastic film. Very well made, very well shot. You had stories about culture and community, and identity, and just a lot of these fantastic themes running through it. And this was a period piece, and Ryan Coogler did a good job of basically like, I don't think a lot of people not necessarily wouldn't have cared, but it wouldn't have gotten that much buzz, or people wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't a vampire movie. Because you tie this story and advertise it as kind of like a horror vampire movie, and then you get all of this other bonus stuff in the story.
Yes.
And and that people would be surprised because you think, oh, I'm just seeing a vampire movie. No, with Michael B. Jordan. No, no, no. There's more.
No.
There's way more to it.
There's definitely more than that,
and
for
it's
sure.
and it's just beautiful, and it was just well done. So and you can tell these stories and still make it for everybody and not alienate people and just be like, I mean, you can tell these stories however you want, but he did a good job of kind of expanding the horizons of just what it was, and not putting it in a box. It's like, this is a vampire story. It's about other things too. And I liked how this was, and I don't know, it might win Best Picture, who knows, but yeah, this was.
It'd be nice, like,
Yeah.
it would be nice if it did, because it'd be a different change of pace from like
Yes.
the regularly like those like over dramatic type of films that
Yeah.
usually win like Best Pictures.
Right, yeah.
The ones that no one ever really hears about, or
Yeah.
or never knew about, or
Yeah.
like, I don't even know some of the other numbers, to be honest.
I know Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is nominated. I'm like, why? I heard it's like terrible.
Oh, well, there
But,
you go. I mean, hey, that's their taste.
Yeah.
So bribe somebody to put that on there.
But that's how it is. I mean, we all know a lot of the award shows are just kind of scams.
They're bogus. It's all bogus.
Sadly. But they're interesting to watch.
Yes.
So anyway, so those are our top 10.
So there you go. Tyler's number one is Sinners. My number one, Fantastic Four. There you have it. So this year, and in one of the few cases where we have different number ones, as opposed to the past couple of years. Like one year, we had Top Gun Maverick as our number one.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. I mean, how could it not be?
Yeah.
And for that, it was well. For me, 1 year I had Deadpool and Wolverine as number one. Right. I don't remember what you had like that year as well. So we have to go back to archives stuff. But you get the idea.
Which is on our Instagram.
Which you can check out.
Yeah.
Damn it. So let's see what didn't make the cut.
Okay, so Love Hurts. That was a fucking terrible movie. It was like,
well, I mean, it wasn't insanely terrible.
It wasn't abysmal, but like Ke Huy Quan did great with the action and all that. But you know, like, it was just kind of a bland story, and it could have had more oomph to it. And we're just like, eh.
It's one of those. It's like you've seen one story similar to that. You've seen them all. Yeah.
Captain America: Brave New World.
I thought about putting that on there.
Yeah.
I did. I really did. I thought about it like tremendously. But then when you gauge it against some of the other stuff that we've seen, it was kind of tough.
It was reshot like a few times, and then not only that, but and you can kind of tell it was kind of uneven, and then at other points it just kind of felt bland, and you're just like, there's no real like thriller type thing with it. It's like, especially when you compare it to Winter Soldier and Civil War,
right? Yeah,
so it's like, what's Sam doing?
I mean, the bar was kind of raised high in like those other movies.
Exactly.
So it's like to go up against that is like, it's kind of a tall order, really.
Yeah, exactly. The Amateur. That one. Yeah. I don't know. Rami Malek's okay.
He was okay.
Yeah. So it was. I just couldn't.
I'm gonna go to hell.
I just couldn't really get behind him in that role.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was a good effort.
Yeah, it was.
But it just,
he's not assuming it works.
Right. Yeah. But like, it just didn't connect that well for me.
The Accountant 2.
I mean, that was an expected sequel.
Yeah. There's gonna be a third one, I think.
Which I can't understand why. I mean, the first one felt like a one-off, and it should have stayed as a one-off. Yeah. But I mean, the second one was okay, But that type of thing, it's like the gap between the first one and the second one. It's like if you're gonna do sequels, like you gotta do them like when the iron's hot.
It just, yeah, I don't know why this one took so long. Maybe they tried to do a story with it, but honestly, the Accountant was just not as good as the first movie.
Yeah,
It
no,
just
the,
wasn't.
the first one was
Yeah.
Lightning in a bottle.
Right. For me, Thunderbolts. I didn't put Thunderbolts on the list. I thought I wanted to, but looking at the other films that I picked, I'm like, I didn't hate the movie. I liked it. I had a good time with it. But A Fantastic Four was the better film, and and then I don't know. Judging it against the others, I was like, yeah, I can't really, in good conscience, put it on there.
Right.
So yeah. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Now this is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I just, that was just so. I didn't hate the movie, but it didn't feel like a send off to Ethan Hunt at all. Why the fuck is he keeping the damn the computer with him, the entity with him? Like, you destroy it. Why the fuck you keep destroy it? It's in a fucking box. Destroy it. What the fuck you need it for? Then of course, like it was bloated. You could have trimmed it. It had a lot of production setbacks, so we went over budget. I mean, that's not that's not their fault. It shit happens. What are you going to do? But yeah, and then just he should have fucking died when he was underwater. I'm sorry. There's only so many.
But it's Ethan Hunt. He's got powers.
I know, but there's like only so much you can do, man.
He's got superpowers. Come on.
Honestly,
because he's Ethan Hunt.
You can look past certain things, but when he's underwater, I'm like, come on. It's like you should be fucking dead.
He's and I mean, after his rant about it, like I started questioning. It's like whether I just remember, I was like, is it okay for me to like it? Because
of course.
I mean, are we sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like you.
I think
I feel like shit now.
The Mission Impossible movies have really become kind of a far cry from what they were in the beginning because they were just espionage. Now it's just this huge thing where they have to do this all. Like Fallout to me was probably one of my favorites of the new ones.
Oh, Fallout was amazing.
It was a tight story. Everything just worked.
Yes.
I'm sure it has inconsistencies here and there, but for the most part, it worked. I liked it. Then you get to the last two, and it's just no, especially the last one. It's just not. It's not a good. Final Reckoning was not a good one for Ethan. So, and he might even be back. So, whatever, guys. I think egos just got in the way of it.
So there's a Mission Impossible, the epilogue.
Yeah. The Naked Gun, I liked it, but putting it against the other films I picked, I just couldn't add it to the list. Then Nobody 2. We didn't really need that sequel.
We didn't, no. But I didn't hate it.
Me neither.
I like damn, what's his name? The lead
for
Nobody.
Oh, yeah. Well, his name is Hutch, but the actor, Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
I mean, like the fact that it goes back to what I was saying about Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
How he's mostly been known for dramatic parts and action parts and stuff, and yet he transitioned to comedy and he did a great job.
Yeah.
Now the thing's reversed here, where Bob Odenkirk, known for Mr. Show.
Yeah.
And Better Call Saul and stuff. He's known for that type of stuff too. But now he's doing action and stuff, and the way he did it really impressed me.
Yeah,
especially the first one. And this one was a good follow-up, but for me, I'd have to put it as an honorable mention for me.
It just kind of wasn't needed, but it was all right.
Yeah.
Then Tron Ares was terrible. It was. I mean, there's some parts of it where
this is Ares
was okay. It's not to look at, but you're just like, why do we need this guy? And then it's like, why is it even called Tron? Because it's like, the first two movies, right? First one's called Tron because there's a guy named Tron.
Fights for the users.
Right? Second one, Tron is at the very fucking end of the film, but at least, he's mentioned. In the third one, not mentioned at all. There's no reason why his name should be in it.
No.
But it's called Tron because that's the name of the franchise. So there's absolutely no reason that it should be called Tron.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, it was just, Jared Leto, I think he's just in it because he was producing and wanted to be in a Tron movie, and I think that's why they made it. So, but there were some interesting concepts.
Yes.
But it just it didn't live up to it. It wasn't great. So I don't know. Then we got then The Running Man. I wanted to put it on there. I liked it. but you know, it just, again, looking at the other films, I was like, nah, I can't fit it on the list.
I mean,
You know?
I get it. You know,
And that's it, really.
It's kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of like a an understandable thing. Now for
Yeah.
me, some of which we have already discussed. Love Hurts, I
Yeah.
didn't put on there. Captain America, we've already put on there. Mickey 17, I know I put on our list. I liked the movie.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. It's just like just gauging it against the films that I picked.
Yeah.
I just couldn't put it on there,
No,
so
yeah,
I put it like as an honorable.
Yeah.
Uh, Black Bag. Black Bag was okay. You know, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But again, same deal. I mean, you pretty much said it all in your review for it.
Mhm.
The Amateur, the Amateur, the Accountant too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it wasn't a horrible movie.
No,
It wasn't. It wasn't.
No.
It's just. If it was someone else
Yeah.
as the lead,
Yeah. Yeah.
then maybe.
Yeah.
You know, nothing against Rami Malek. You know, I mean, I liked him in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And you know, like his the accolades that came with it, rightfully deserved.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
and of course his stuff in Mr. Robot.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You
Mr.
know,
Robot. Yeah.
especially that. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
The Accountant too. I mean, it was one of those cases where it's like if you're gonna do a sequel to something that was a hit, it's like you gotta do it while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
After a certain amount of time, it's like you're gonna just stick to the fact that this movie's a one-off. It's like, oh wait, well here's a sequel. It's like, all right, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Ballerina, I put it like number 11. You know,
That's fair.
if
Yeah.
I were extending my top 10.
Yeah.
Like if we were doing like a little bit more, it'd be up there. It was a good movie. Like Armis, like I like her role in this. I thought she did a great job and stuff, you know. But you know, it's just like it could have been some stuff that just like it had a lot of potential to be so much better.
Mhm.
And you know, if they're going to do another one, you know, hopefully she does. So,
Yeah.
You know, the Phoenician Scheme. Again, love Wes Anderson, and you know, I would have loved to like put that on there too. But you know, I don't know. Again, engaging against like some of the other stuff, like I just had to, like, again, if I extended my list, you know, I'll probably put that in there. So I'll consider it like an honorable mention for the most part. Tron Ares.
Yeah.
Nobody too. You know, he pretty much said it best. Like it good sequel, not quite a necessary sequel, but you know, like Bob Odenkirk, I thought was awesome in this. Hell, I had the RZA in this, you know, and Christopher Lloyd, you know, he was just it was good. The cast was good all around.
Yeah.
You know, and it was also good to see Sharon Stone again.
Yeah.
On the screen,
That's
so
right.
that was a nice little surprise.
Yeah.
Especially as a villain, and I thought she nailed it in terms of that, but not quite enough to make the top 10 list. So, but there you have it. Our choices of 2025 and 2026 is looking to be promising. I hope, maybe.
Yeah, we got some things coming.
Yeah, you know, we're already 2 movies in. You know, we already seen Crime 101 and Scream 7. So we'll do the top 2 reviews on that. And it's number 1 between those 2. It's gonna be tough, you know. So, but we'll see. But yes, for watching, we're gonna be doing this again next year. Hopefully not around this time. We'll see how it plays out because of, you know, things in life. Well, if a certain someone doesn't, you know, cause a certain nuclear war and wipes us all out and looks like the opening scene of Akira, You know, if that is the case, then it's been a pleasure, and you know, tell my would be wife and kids, which I don't have, that I would have loved them or whatever. But if we are still alive by then come back and see us.
Yeah, so all our quick reviews are going to be up on Instagram. This will like our top 10 films are going to be here for a change on YouTube. We're probably going to try and add some more content on YouTube here and there, so we'll see where it goes this year. But yeah, we're trying to expand a few things because Instagram is starting to limit us on things. So,
Yes,
but yeah,
Instagram's a piece of junk.
so yeah, so
Who knows? Maybe we'll get one of those cool plaques that YouTube gives out.
yeah,
That'd be nice.
but yeah,
Help us out.
So yeah, thanks for watching. So I'm Tyler.
I'm James.
So all our links are in our bio. So you can again, Instagram is our page. So yeah, and everything else will be here on our YouTube page. So thanks again.
Till then, peace.